Here's the DJI Pocket 2. I've had this for a few months now, and I've been using it sporadically. There are things that I don't like about it. I didn't like the first model, and I sold it. There are things that are very good about it that really no other camera can do as well as this can, but there's too many things that I didn't like about it, and that's what I'll talk about in this video. I got the Creator Combo Pack, and the Creator Combo comes with all of these accessories here. I'll compare the Pocket 2 to other cameras that I own that are of this size, that are in this, not form factor, but if you're considering the Pocket 2, you would also consider these other cameras, which are some action cameras. So I have the Osmo action camera, and then I have the GoPro Hero 9 Black. And then I just bought the Insta360 X2, which is changing the game for me with what I could do with it. Then I also, this is a little more expensive, but I have the Sony ZV-1. And it's more expensive than all these other cameras. Not combined, but individually. This is more expensive. But if you're in the market for a Pocket 2, you want to spend a little bit more money, I think you can get a lot more value out of the ZV-1, depending on specific things you do. Generally speaking, I think you can get more done with the ZV-1. I'll also throw in my, when I talk about the Pocket 2, comparing my iPhone. This is the Pro, this is the 11 Pro, not the 12. So Pocket 2, let's see the accessories in the combo pack. Lanyard here. I love this dual charger, this USB-C charger. I wish GoPro and the other manufacturers that use USB-C power, wish they had a dual cable like this. To me, it charges just as fast. Then you got some different caps, and then I have some more accessories that fit into the case here, this little plastic case. I love that you can stow away the tripod leg here onto the case. And the tripod leg, it could fit under this one. And if this is too much, you don't like this, then it comes with another bottom cap that you could swap the caps at the bottom. And then if you want to include more features, the cap comes with this Bluetooth accessory. So it's an extension handle. It does multiple things. It makes it longer, so you have a better grip on it. You still have your quarter 20 there. You lose the USB-C at the bottom, but you get the USB-C on the side here, and then you also get a 3.5 millimeter microphone input, and you get, this is what it's used for the Bluetooth. And the combo kit, the combo Creator Combo, gives you a Bluetooth microphone that works pretty well. I don't think it's as good as a Rode Wireless Go, but you get this, and it comes with a fuzzy windscreen you could put on there, and it has also a 3.5 mil jack. And it charges, it's an internal battery that charges with USB-C. There's been other reviews about all of these things. I won't go in depth at all. I'll just go skip ahead to what I like about it and what I do not like about it for my use. So the things that I love about it the most are, if you're outdoors and you want to do motion time lapse, I can't think of a better, more affordable device that will get you motion time lapse than the Pockets. The Pocket 1 and then the Pocket 2 is even better. And I love just going to mostly landscapes outdoors and set this up and then program, which is really easy to program, a motion time lapse. They're not long ones because the battery won't last that long unless you plug in some extra power with the battery pack. So I just let it go for 10, 15 minutes, most tops, and have these panoramic motion time lapses. And that is, I can't find another device that can do that. So when it comes to motion time lapses, Pocket 2 is really good. The best part about the Pocket 2 is that if you get the Creator Combo, you have this Bluetooth wireless. So audio is often more important than video when you're vlogging. And when you have this mounted to you, it comes with, it just works. It pairs very fast. and you're holding this out, you're recording yourself, or you're at a distance, you set it, and there's a mode that can track you. So you can just set this up in the corner somewhere, strap this on yourself, and let's say you're in a garage and you're doing a tutorial on auto repair. Then you can just put this to the side, do your tutorial, and the audio is pretty good. The picture quality is decent for this size. I think the low light capabilities of the Pocket 2 is better than the GoPro, and better than the Osmo Action, and better than the Insta360. It's better than all the action cameras with low light performance. But it's not better than the ZV-1 and the iPhone. I think your iPhone and the ZV-1 with the 1-inch sensor is much better than the Pocket 2 in low light. The Pocket 2 has a better sensor than the Pocket 1, and if you're thinking about if you should get the Pocket 1 or the Pocket 2, get the Pocket 2. And if you have a Pocket 1 and you're thinking about upgrading, this is worth the upgrade, especially with the Creator Combo. It just offers too much value once you combine the Creator Combo with all of these accessories here that just improves it. Things that it should have came with a Pocket 1, such as the wide-angle lens, which is good and bad. I'll get to the bad part later. And it all comes with, it can all fit in this case, so you can travel with it. And this extension handle, once you put this extension handle on, it could also fit in this case. So going back to low light, now that you have a 1/1.7 inch CMOS sensor, and I think it's a 1.8 f-stop at the widest equivalent. Yeah, 1.8, 93-degree field of view. You just have more advantages than those action cameras. But I think the iPhone 11 Pro has a very comparable sensor, megapixels and everything, to the Pocket 2, and even the iPhone 12 I think has even improvements, especially with all the internals here that is processing the photos. You just get better low light and quality with your iPhone. So I wouldn't necessarily use this in low light. So if I am in that situation where if I'm this vlogger, I'm doing a tutorial on auto repair, I'm in my auto shop, I would make sure all the lights are on. The autofocus is better than the Pocket 1, but I still think there's some problems with the autofocus. It shifts and it doesn't really lock on that well, which is a problem. And I'll just get into the issues I had with it now. So the autofocus is one of them. The biggest issue is that the reliability of this device when I'm recording myself. When I'm doing motion time lapse, I just set it and forget it, and I've never had a problem with the motion time lapse. When it comes to recording myself and I'm not holding on to the camera, I'm putting it aside, and I want to get a wide shot of me doing something, or I'm doing covering an event or some sort of documentary, and I want this camera to be set and on the side while I have another camera, and I want to film close-ups and stuff, and I would just want this as a general wide shot or to follow people. I cannot trust this so far. I've had 2 failures. The failure I had came when I was using this wide-angle adapter, the one that comes with it. So what was happening was I was filming for really long periods. I was filming until the battery died, basically. And at some point, I was doing about an hour-long take. And with around the 15-minute mark, the gimbal started to jam. And not only did it jam, it started to shake like this because it was locked in, and then it was also trying to correct itself. And it all happened because of this wide-angle adapter. It didn't, I don't know if I messed up, but it happened twice, so something was going on. And my footage was unusable. I could not use the footage for anything. It was shaky. It was a problem. And that happened twice. And I don't know how that happened. I couldn't replicate it. It just happened, and I was worried because I can't trust that. I can't trust a camera to be left alone and record. The autofocus was already a stretch. I was already pushing it because I didn't know about the autofocus. But once that gimbal started to lock up, that was it. I just cannot trust this camera for anything that is important. For fun stuff, this is great. When I'm traveling, this was fine. I went, like I said earlier, I took this to Vegas. I'll leave a link below to the footage of me just walking around in Vegas, and it was fine. That stuff is fine. So if you're a travel vlogger and you just want to do very quick shots that you want smooth motion or a different type of look that you can't get with action cameras or your phone, that's what this is good for. Use it for the motion time lapse, the wide angle, different perspectives. You can also extend it and put this on a pole and be really creative with it if you want to do sweeping not dolly shots, but crane shots. If you want to simulate that, you can do all that with this device. It's a fun toy. There's also a battery life issue I find with this. So far, I haven't come into a situation where I ran out of battery and I needed to, but the battery doesn't seem to last as long as these cameras here, and especially when you use the Bluetooth handle, it just sucks out more power when you're using the wireless. So I think there's a battery issue that DJI could fix in firmware to make it more efficient, but I don't know how they're going to fix the gimbal part. And the last problem I have with just this type of device is that even though it has a gimbal, it's really smooth and it works most of the time, it still doesn't account for the up and down axis when you're walking with this. When you have the GoPro 9 and even the Osmo Action, and definitely with the Insta360 X2, they have this electronic stabilization that just magically stabilizes your walking and significantly cuts down on all the movement you have when you're walking and holding the camera. With the Pocket 2, it does not get rid of that. So you either have to walk a certain way, you have to be on a moped or roller skates or a skateboard to have it really smooth, and that's you just have to deal with that up and down walking motion. That to me is annoying, and you're gonna see that in the test footage of when I'm walking. Everything's smooth, and then when I go at certain angles and I really try not to get my movement into the camera, I can make it work. But if I'm just walking and I'm not really thinking about it, this is not the camera to use for that. I found the GoPro 9 to be amazing with its in-body image stabilization, the electronic image stabilization. And so far from what I've used for the X2, this blows me away. The Insta360 One X2 blows me away when it comes to stability of the footage and holding it. But this is a whole other tool. I wouldn't compare these two at all because they're two different devices meant for different purposes. With the Pocket 1 and with the Pocket 2, there's durability issues. I would not bring this out in harsh weather at all. This is very fragile. I wouldn't bring this in rain. I wouldn't bring this to the beach where there would be sand blowing. I'd be very careful of where I would bring this product. Whereas the Osmo Action and just action cameras in general, they're made to get wet. They're made to be rough with, and I don't care. I know this can handle it, but not the Pocket 2. Even the ZV-1, I'll chance this with certain types of conditions because I know because of this form factor I can hold it, and I feel like it's better protected. But Pocket 2, very fragile. So that's just my small list of things I don't like about the Pocket 2. I see the Pocket 2 as just one tool. It won't do a lot of things well, but there are a few things it does do very well. So I would keep it with me and only use it for those instances when I needed a specific type of shot or I'm in a production that could utilize what this can bring. Otherwise, I won't bring the Pocket 2. There's just too many drawbacks with it.